Happy Friday, Denver, and congratulations to the NBA champion Denver Nuggets. We're going to get into that here in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us here again on the Mile High Life Network here at the Happy Friday podcast. For all our first-time listeners, thank you for joining us. Be sure to show us some love. Subscribe to whatever platform you're listening on. Get in touch with us on social media. We certainly appreciate all the support around here. We want to give a big shout out to the Fricashinas, of course. They play us in and play us out every single week, and they're playing tonight, guys. So a lot of good stuff there with the Fricashinas. My name is Kevin Batstone, and I will be emceeing this episode. And here we go, boys. Joining me, as always, Mr. Arthur Raw.
Such a pleasure to be here. One of my favorite days of the week is Friday. Let's bring in Friday right with an epic episode.
Let's do it. And, of course, running the ones and twos, my good buddy, Mr. John Ekstrom.
Kevin, when is parade? Wait, parade was yesterday. I never want parade to fucking end. Amazing. What a time. Jokic got up there and was just living his best life. What a great day in Denver, man.
Super exciting, man. I mean, 47 years in the making that this team has been around. Come close before, been in the playoffs. Man, they played awesome basketball this year, guys. It was so exciting to watch. Super cool that they did it, obviously, at home, Monday night. Game 5, only the second time that a team has taken a championship at home.
Wow. Since when?
Since the Avs.
Okay. So that would have been the Avs' second one.
Because Denver could have never technically. The Broncos couldn't have done it.
Well,
right?
No. They won theirs in like San Diego and Miami and places like that. So
Rockies got swept by the Red Sox.
Yeah, that was at home though, so that was that was a bonus. So that was great. I remember watching that at a bar called Sobo 151 and being like, okay, well, what the fuck do we do now? What a downer. But we're not talking downers here, all right? We're talking uppers, okay? This is the Nuggets, man. I watched them all season. I literally paid for Fubo, which is a shitty TV service. Sponsor us, Fubo. But my God, I watched so many games this year, and this team got no love from the national media. Like, everyone wrote them off. Every national pundit picked them against them. It seemed like every single game in the playoffs, and they went 16-4. It was a thing of beauty. And did you guys watch the game?
I did. I watched pretty much every game of the semis and the finals. I mean, there were really exciting games, of course. Yeah. Some controversial calls, I thought there. You know, some went in our favor, some didn't. But, you know, I think everyone was bitch moaning and complaining about that foul that was called there.
Well, dude, but when Aaron Gordon got kicked in the nuts, and it's a foul on him?
Yeah.
Where you go, what the fuck?
That was one. And then there was that one in Game 5 where there was no contact made. Denver challenges it, and then the ruling on the court.
No, that was Aaron Gordon getting kicked in the nuts.
What? Did he get kicked in the nuts?
Yeah, because like Jimmy Butler went up for the shot.
Okay.
And it kicked his leg out, and he kicked Aaron Gordon in the nuts. They go, it's a foul on Gordon.
Yeah.
And you go, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You got to play better than to overcome the refs no matter what happens.
That's true. That's true. We got to play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game kind of thing. The refs can go either way, but the fact remains they did it in 5. They did it here in Denver. Art, what'd you think?
Well, I'm really, really excited. Honestly, look, when I was younger, Avalanche came to conception as a team and won right out the gate. So I got
moved from Quebec.
Oh, did they move from Quebec?
Yeah. So I mean, they were the Nordiques. So like they weren't a brand new team. I mean, they were the new iteration.
Existed, but it was
new
moved. Branding.
Yeah, they
Avalanche
moved.
was new branding and all this stuff. So we got to see the Avalanche win. I've seen the Broncos take it. Now I've seen the Nuggets take it. As a Denver native, can the Rockies get on board in my lifetime?
Not this year.
I would like to see in my lifetime the Rockies take it at some point.
Well, you know what? Okay, so I'm a lifelong Cub fan. I saw the Cubs do it in 2016. Never say never. I mean, no one thought the Nuggets were always written off.
Yeah, I would agree. And I just want to give a shout out to Jokic and just his whole demeanor. He well deserved the MVP, of course. And I loved how he said, "Man, don't write the fat kid off." Because when he was a middle school, high schooler, he was kind of an overweight guy. You know, started getting his height, started playing, kind of had that chip on his shoulder, kind of attitude. And that's the way he's always approached this game. He's so humble. He loves his family. A legend.
To that point, okay, I had concert tickets that I was supposed to go to that night. I was going to go see Thrice.
I remember you saying that.
And as I'm watching the game, I realized I wanted to be nowhere else but be with my girls and my wife. Mm-hmm. And we watched the whole game. I didn't even make it to the concert. I don't care. But here's the thing. They talked to Jokic, and he's like, basketball isn't the most important thing in my life. Mm-hmm. I'm good at it. But he's like, I have other things in my life. And so, like, for me, being with my family, I just wanted to celebrate that with them. It's something I'll never forget. It was thrilling.
So cool. All right. So I kind of revealed this last night on DCPC, so I could talk a little bit about on Happy Friday. But my girl was leaving town, and they were playing that night. I'm getting all these texts come through, like something's happening, and all of a sudden my
I think I
apartment.
texted you guys first.
Yeah, you texted me, and then all of a sudden like we start seeing, because my apartment, you could see the whole front range. It's a beautiful view, and all of a sudden we start seeing all these fireworks.
Nice.
There's fireworks everywhere you could freaking see, man. And then all of a sudden, like, you know, it's just this. That was an epic moment, right? Because you're kind of like, all right, cool, we took it home, but then also I'm seeing my girl off, and we got all these fireworks happening right now. So just that night, it was magical in many ways for the city. Personally, I'm so excited for the Nuggets, and let's go Rockies next season. The Rockies are playing right now.
Yeah, we're approaching the All-Star break, but they're not doing well. I mean, they're just not in the NL West.
That's a big bummer. That's a big bummer.
So yeah,
no, but it's a good day to be a Denverite.
Absolutely.
Like, what a great and a great parade. Everyone, Malone was drunk off his ass. It was amazing. Like, everyone was just in the streets. Did you see KCP do the Stone Cold thing? He grabbed 2 beers, he hit them together, and then he poured them.
I love it.
It was amazing. So
I love it. No, I didn't get a chance to go down there, but for everyone that visited the parade yesterday,
I just watched it on TV and social media.
I caught some of the highlights of it. We looked at it a little bit. Good stuff, man. Just exciting for this city. Another championship to add in there. Pretty cool stuff for sure. And traffic was, of course, rough getting down there. There was roads closed and everything like that. And I'll tell you this, the roads around Denver have been getting a little bit rough. We got sinkholes, we got potholes we've talked about. But, man, did you guys see this size of this sinkhole in Parker? I mean, it looked like a crater right in the middle of the road. They had to shut it down. They said it's going to take 8 to 12 days to fix. There's one out in Littleton. All this rain that we've had here in spring is great for these.
We ain't used to that.
We're not used to it, and these roads are collapsing.
Rainy. It's been super rainy.
Yeah,
like one of the rainiest.
This relocation of Denver to the Pacific Northwest, I'm not on board with.
I agree with that. I mean, it looks like in my forecast here, John, we are going to start drying out here as we go into next week, and then it's just starting to look like we're going to get into the typical Denver June, getting hot, getting back to that
a little drier.
That'd
be nice.
But man, these sinkholes are no joke. I mean, can you imagine driving over that and getting sucked into it?
Well, here's the thing, right? Is like the asphalt might not just collapse over the sinkhole immediately. So you still have traffic driving on this asphalt, and then so if you start seeing a buckling crack that continues to develop, like, just avoid that area. Sinkholes can be extremely dangerous. One of the things that I'm kind of interested in is like, how do you go about filling a sinkhole and also preventing it from becoming a sinkhole in the future? Like, what, they fill it with dirt, or do they like reinforce it with cement and then fill it in with dirt? Like, how do you actually, because that's like a natural area where the water's obviously creating this. And they're out in Littleton right now. There's another one that was exposed. So how many sinkholes are in the Denver area right now that are just sitting underneath the asphalt right now? We don't even know that they're there.
I think that's the big danger, man. And I don't know enough about the physics of how groundwater gets dispersed throughout concrete and asphalt and, basically the earth to understand. Like, I haven't looked into it, but it's terrifying because to the uninitiated person, it feels random.
Yeah, and I think it just kind of reiterates like how dangerous water can be and how it destroys things. It can destroy your foundation. It can destroy your house. It's obviously destroying the roadways. So, I mean, to your point of how do you repair that? Is it dirt? Is it like flash fill where it's like that imitation concrete and then you re-asphalt it? I don't know, but I just can't imagine driving down a road and just getting sucked into one of these things. Not something that we typically see here in Colorado.
Water's a motherfucker too, because it's the essence of life,
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was
what we
thinking
all
the same
need to
thing.
survive.
Yeah.
But it will destroy you. It will wreck you. I've had water in my kitchen. We had a pinhole leak. We had to redo the entire first floors. We had to move out for a week. It was awful, dude. So water will fuck you up.
Yeah, and it definitely weakens the structural integrity of whatever it's at.
Yeah.
That's why flooding is terrible. So, yeah, not good, guys. Got to avoid those. Potholes we're used to, but these sinkholes, man, not good stuff. So hopefully we start drying out here. But switching gears a little bit, let's talk about our furry friends. Art, you found kind of a fun deal here.
Yeah, I like picking out some good positive things to talk about on Happy Friday Denver. And Happy Friday Denver, by the way, such a great day. I'm loving it. So for the love of cats, I know that there's a lot of dog lovers in Colorado, but look, we got to recognize our feline friends as well. And so for the love of cats, a local musician, WHAX, WHAX is the alias name. His actual name is Whitt Kelly. Really cool guy, man. So we have Angels with Paws. AWP is a local foundation that helps cats and shelters cats. and they kind of champion the undercat thing. So these are cats with diabetes, even leukemia.
Dude, I had a cat with diabetes.
Yeah, did you?
For 8 years.
Okay.
We injected him with insulin twice a day for 8 fucking years.
Yeah.
So, like, just bear with me as we go through this little exercise, would
Okay.
you? So, that's twice a day, 365 days a year. That's 730 times a year. Let's round that down to 700.
Yeah.
Over 8 years, that's 5,600 times that I gave this cat an injection. So, split that roughly half between me and my wife. We at least did 2,500 injections on a cat each.
Jeez.
So, which is why I'm not afraid of needles in the least. You get comfortable doing it that way, man. But diabetic cats, you know why
How
most
was the cat though with the like was
Oh, eventually he just came to get like he would show
He
up
knew.
when it was time.
He knew it was part of the routine.
Well, yeah, because it made him feel better.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I get this. I feel better." So like they learn.
Yeah.
And so,
Interesting.
but here's the thing: most cats with diabetes die within 2 years. You know why? User error.
Yeah.
It's because the fucking owners are derelict and can't do enough for them.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, we're like, no, he's our buddy. He's our family. This is our Finnegan.
Yeah.
Like, we got to take care of him. So we would give him injections faithfully, and he made it longer than most cats with diabetes.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So this is near and dear to my heart, bro.
Oh, wow.
I like that, and honestly, if you're interested in adopting a cat, like that's what it's going to take for some of these animals, and you got to be dedicated like John to really take care of this little guy, you know. So Angels with Paws really support what they're doing. Whitt Kelly was out there, the musician. He was doing some volunteer work, doing some painting, and in a bathroom of all places. And when you're painting in a small closed-in space, ventilation can be serious. So what had happened is he saw this little old window. He tried to open it up and ended up busting the window. And when that happened, obviously the ventilation was better, but then you're dealt with, you know, you have this thing here. So you got to fix it. It's a cost. And so he wanted to take an interesting take on it. Sure, they could have just taken care of the window, but instead, let's bring some attention to this shelter for cats, and let's start a little charity. So they opened up a charity, and it will run for 2 weeks. It's started on the 14th, so earlier this week, and it will go until June 28th. And what they're looking to do is basically get $350 to help with this window. Obviously, any charities and any donations will be used to help the shelter beyond that amount. But one fun part about this was the fact that Whitt Kelly wanted, when you also do your donation, you submit a song too. And when you submit the song, what's going to happen with this song is he's going to come up with a rendition with the lyrics where they're feline based, using words such as cat and kitty. And so a fun take on it, a fun way to participate. So people are allowed to submit songs while also helping out Angels with Paws, AWP. So my question is to the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could submit any song out there, which song would it be that you would like to have the feline rendition of?
I feel like one already exists, and that's WAP.
Okay.
So, you know, but
Okay.
if you want to tone that one down, instead of wet and gushy, you could call it a wet-ass kitty.
Okay.
So, you know, that's a good one. I
That
also
is a
like
good
the
one.
idea of switching out DMX. So instead of him barking, you know, it could be him meowing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you
I
know.
like
Meow,
those. I
meow.
like those.
Yeah.
Kind of like the meow mix. The meow, that's fine. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, because there was a lot of barking that DMX did. I want to get a little sensual here. I feel like the kitty song would be like "Wicked Game" by Chris Isaac. You know,
Where he goes all falsetto.
yeah, it goes falsetto, singing about whatever catnip maybe, or
Yeah. There you go.
something like that. So that's what came to mind
Not
for
bad.
me.
What about you?
For me, you know, honestly, I wrote the question. I didn't think about answering it.
You didn't fucking bother to come up with one.
So,
Come on, man.
God
the
damn
song-
it.
The song that I would
How many
pick-
times do I have to upbraid you over this?
The song that I would pick would definitely be, it would be a rock ballad, and it's gonna be okay.
Every cat has his nip by Poison?
It's Queen.
that's a good one.
It's Queen. Under Pressure.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
what I want.
Queen and David Bowie.
That's what I want.
All
That's
right.
what I want.
I can handle
For the
that.
kitties.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good choice.
He'll come up with some
That's a
good
great
stuff there.
fucking song.
Yeah,
man. I mean,
That is.
shit.
Yeah. For all the listeners and viewers tuning in, what song would you like to hear? Let us know. But I'll tell you this, guys. We're moving on here. Pat Sajak, spinning the wheel, 41 years.
The wheel.
Spinning that wheel. Wheel of Fortune. He's finally going to retire. He's hanging it up, man.
Congratulations.
He's been, hosting that's a long time. to be
Well,
hosting.
That's the age that I am, man.
So yeah, I mean when he took that's a good point. That's a good perspective. So
yeah, me and Pat Sajak and Pat Sajak hosting Wheel of Fortune, MTV, and myself all since 1981 apparently.
Okay.
That's a good
I
time
didn't
to
know
be alive.
that MTV was in there too.
Good time to be alive. A lot of good things.
MTV came out like 2 weeks before I was born.
Wow.
So
that's pretty epic.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, no wonder you got that punk rock in you.
That's me.
Wheel of Fortune.
MTV was way better back then. I just got to
That's
say that
because it was
quick.
music TV back
Yeah,
then.
no, I just got to
What,
say
in 1981? You remember it well?
Yeah, extremely well.
When you were negative
because they were
6.
replaying it when I was I was -6.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. No, phenomenal.
No, but it
You're just in your dad's balls like, MTV is so great.
I want my MTV. That's what I was saying as a sperm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Well, we all agree MTV was great back then, and I remember watching Wheel of Fortune a lot in the night because you'd always have the game show hour, right? So you'd have Jeopardy, you'd have Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, all these programs would be on. But Wheel of Fortune was I felt like it was a little bit more fun back in the day. I don't know. I kind of lost interest in it as we've gotten into current times.
They do a lot more like speed puzzles now.
Yeah.
And so, like, I get it. You want, like, a higher volume of things, and you got to evolve a show as it goes on.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite part is when it's a very obvious puzzle and they get it wrong, and Pat's like, no.
He's like, absolutely
no.
not.
And you go, oh, boy. Like, yeah, it's rough. You're familiar with reading? No? Okay. But he is such good-natured about it, right? He has to resist the urge to be snarky. And, like, he has the right level of snark, though, because most of these people are pretty gentle, and like my grandmother used to complain that people would always call her on the phone when Wheel of Fortune was on. So she wanted to be uninterrupted.
Well, how often was Wheel of Fortune on, though?
Every day.
Yeah, it's a daily program.
At 6:30.
Yep.
Every day at 6:30.
Yep, exactly. You could always know where to tune in.
Yeah, it was almost always Jeopardy and then Wheel.
Yep, exactly.
6 and 6:30. Yeah.
Yep,
So
he's got that right. One of my favorite guests that was ever on Wheel of Fortune, though, was Snoop Dogg. Because
Was he on there?
Oh, he was on there when they were doing the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
And, of course, Snoop. I mean, he always brings that energy. He smoked a big old fat J before he goes on there, and he was just saying some ridiculous stuff. I would encourage people to look at some of those clips. They're funny.
my favorite one is Kristen Schaal when she's in the bonus round, and the answer ends up being jigsaw puzzle. So she, they give you RSTLNE, and she picked 3 other letters, whatever, right? I think she got the A, maybe. She's like, so I should have gone with the J, the Q, or no, the J, the W, and the Z. Idiot! Because those are ones no one ever picks.
Right.
And so she was really funny about it.
What's your favorite Wheel of Fortune app, Art?
My favorite episode is the one where I
On
actually
MTV?
guessed the sentence correctly.
Okay, well done.
Because I have such a difficult time with some of that stuff. As much as I think I'm a lyricist and linguistic, but
Well, I mean, this is Hangman, though.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a slightly
it is fun.
different,
It's F fun. You could say it's F fun, and honestly,
F-un?
yeah, F-un.
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 We have F-un.
We
That's-
have
that's like- that's
what are
like-
you, Italian? Like, we
fun.
have a fun.
F-un.
F-un. Abundanza.
It's F-fun. But congratulations to that man.
Yeah,
Jesus,
no, absolutely. So
solid career.
who do you guys want to see replace him?
Oh, Christ. I hadn't even...
What do you because
Drew Carey.
No, he already does Price is Right. He can't have every game show, Art.
Yeah, that's a good point because he did Who's Line for a long time as well. I don't know. I was no one really stands out to me. That's a tough thing to replace. It's kind of like Jeopardy.
Yeah.
With Ken, what's his name? Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik.
Brilliant. He's brilliant.
No, they're both doing a good job with
Milo
Jeopardy.
Bialik is great.
I'd like to see Mike Rowe hop in there.
Mike Rowe.
From Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
Mike
good.
Rowe,
He's good.
he was a game show host once upon a time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like he could do good.
There's a great podcast called Basic out there. It's the history of basic cable.
Okay.
And Mike Rowe talks about his whole career and how Dirty Jobs came about and how he was in line to take over the Daily Show like 3 different times, but never did.
Wow.
So, I know. It's
Didn't know
crazy.
that.
I know.
Wow, so that's some interesting company. I don't know. Let us know who you think should replace Pat Sajak over there at Wheel of Fortune. Right around that dinner hour is when it comes on. I'll tell you this. Colorado landed a coveted Michelin guide now. So this is going to be one of the 8 states now that is going to be considered a dining destination.
Ooh,
right.
got
So
that double D in Denver State. Dude.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's a triple D, double.
Well, that's a show by Guy Fieri. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. He calls that Triple D.
Oh, he does. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, you can't use that.
Can't
one.
call it the triple D, but what you can appreciate is some of these great restaurants that we have around the city that are now going to be kind of ranked as a dining destination. That's a big company. That's a big company. I love following Gordon Ramsay. He's got like 22 Michelin stars at this point. I think it might be more. I probably misquoted that, but I don't know much about the culinary arts. I mean, I like to have fun with it. And I don't really know what this guide entails, John, as far as like how they, there's things that go into it. There's the ambiance. There's the food presentation itself.
Okay.
Plating.
Let me ask you guys something, though. The Michelin Star Guide, basically, do you think that's the same company that does tires, that creates the Michelin Guide?
I
No,
don't.
I don't.
It is. It fucking is. I'm
What?
not making this up.
So are the Michelin tires just like the best tires ever then?
Wait, seriously?
Well, no, yes. Seriously, it's the same company. It started because they have tires. It's like, where can you drive? And they started rating restaurants. And literally, it's the same company that produces.
the fuck
I'm not fucking with you.
I believe John.
Like, this
That's
is
ridiculous.
It's amazing.
I
So,
feel like I should
They're
have
like,
known
how
that.
do we promote our tires? Let's drive to restaurants. Where
Yeah.
are the best restaurants? Well, let's make a guide for this. It's called the Michelin Guide.
that's exactly
Shut
correct.
the fuck up.
So, literally, when you hear of a 3 Michelin star restaurant, it's the same fucking company that makes tires.
That's crazy.
I'm not fucking with you.
I did not know
Wow.
that.
So,
Wow.
I did not know
No,
that.
I didn't know that either. That's actually kind of a fun fact, I feel
That's
like.
a fun Friday fact.
Yeah.
It's a fun Friday fact. That's that triple F there. But I still think this is pretty cool. So they're going to be releasing a guide coming a little bit later this year. And, of course, we're going to be looking at some of the more prestige areas, Aspen, Beaver Creek, Denver, Boulder, Snowmass Village, and Vail. Some of those restaurants up there, which I've eaten at a couple of them. But around Denver, what's the highest, kind of starred restaurant you guys have dined in at?
I don't know, man. I don't really keep track of that kind of thing.
I really don't
Like
either.
I've been to some great restaurants. Like we talked about Bistro Vendome on this show, which is
true.
one that I really love. Frasca up in Boulder, is a James Beard Award-winning chef.
Yeah.
There are a ton of them. We have great restaurants here. We have great chefs. Kevin Taylor is a good one. Troy Garden Grace is my favorite steakhouse in the city. That place is amazing. They do a filet mignon flight, and so the difference is this one is grain-fed. This one is grass-fed. This one is whatever the third one is, and you can taste differences in how the steak tastes. But you get a filet mignon flight. Now you're gonna fucking pay for it.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. So yeah, no, I mean I would say Garden Grace is probably my favorite. Yeah.
Interesting. The whole food thing is to actually base an opinion on it off kilter. How I'm gonna say it is, the cost doesn't matter. I can spend a lot at a restaurant and actually really not enjoy the food that much.
Of course.
Or this and that. So it's, the ambiance is important. I feel like the building and the space that you're in really does set the vibe, right? Like, how's the furniture? Like, how comfortable are your seats? Like, that really does matter. But price doesn't always matter. And honestly, I got to bring it back to Bud's Bar in Sedalia one more time, because you go in there with cash only, and sure, they're not Michelin star rated, I'm sure, but those are some of the best burgers I've ever had in my entire existence. And it's just like enjoying the food. Like, it's all about enjoying the food, right?
Well, dude, you know
I'm not a good food critic.
You know what it's like? It's like El Taco de Mexico on Santa Fe, which is a tiny space. You have to you're kind of pressed against the wall, and you order this, and you get some of the best Mexican food you've ever had. And people consistently say that. But you're talking about authenticity, Art.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Bud's Bar has that. El Taco de Mexico. Garden Grace also has that in its own way.
Yeah.
So no matter where you are, if you're just pick something and do it great.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that I don't have
The palate.
Yeah, I don't have I'm more about just that blue collar experience, that normal type.
The experience goes a long way, just like
Yeah,
what Casa
average Joe.
Bonita is getting ready to bring back.
Yeah,
the
Dana
the
Rodriguez,
experience.
great chef.
Yeah, there you go. So good stuff. I mean, I'm a big barbecue fan. You guys know that. I have a smoker. It's some of my favorite cuisine. I've tried it
thank
all
you.
around the
Cooking up so
country.
good, Kev.
I love barbecue. And Art, you got a good article here about GQ Barbecue in downtown.
Yeah, so cool. GQ Barbecue was created by Jason Ganali.
Ganal.
Yeah, so I knew it'd give me a couple takes on that, but we'll always get it as long as we stay persistent.
I believe that is the husband of former gubernatorial candidate Heidi Ganal.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
It could be, but
I'm pretty sure, man.
It is?
Keep going.
I'm going to go ahead and get behind that. But this guy, look, he started out doing some barbecue, started doing competitive barbecue, really enjoyed it, started getting awards, I should say. And now he has 5 locations in the Denver area. And what they do with their barbecue is they're not like a KC style or like a Texas style. They don't do anything specific. They just make good barbecue. And one of my favorite things about what they do is their concept is to include local breweries, local ice cream. So they have like this constant rotating draft menu and all this cool stuff. And it's a fun concept. All 5 of these locations are all actually really close to stadiums. So like if you're ever going to a sports event or anything in Denver, you could probably find a GQ barbecue around you. My question for the two of you is that if you could only choose 1 meat and 1 veg that you could eat at every barbecue for the rest of your life, so you could eat whatever you want any other time, but if you go to a barbecue, you can only have this 1 meat and 1 veg that you choose, what would it be?
I'm going brisket for the meat because I love brisket.
Yeah, that makes
hands down, brisket all the way. And then it was a tough call on the veg because I love corn, I love coleslaw, but that's not straight veg. So I'm going to go mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I'll go pulled pork and baked beans.
Oh,
good call.
Those are all
great
good
choices.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna go with ribs.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go with the pork ribs.
Damn it.
And then I think for my veg,
Have you ever had beef ribs?
Yeah.
It's
They're
a
good
lot,
too.
man. Like
They're
it's
good
too
too.
much though.
They're
Like,
thick.
Yeah, and like it's not for me. I like the baby backs myself.
I mean the baby backs. I mean, it's all so good.
Yeah.
For the veg, maybe I got to go with corn. You know, because I could do
Good
that
choice.
a couple different ways. I could do cream corn. I could do like corn on the cob. Is that breaking the rules?
No,
That's still a
no.
vegetable.
You could even do it Mexican style. You could do elote.
Oh, those are good. Yeah,
So,
really good.
You know, so I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. No, I'm a baked bean guy though.
Okay.
I do like baked
baked
beans.
beans with bacon in it.
Oh yeah, of
yeah,
course.
Load them up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
No, you need the pork on the pork. So you get the pork with more pork.
Pork on the pork, maybe a little fresh jalapenos. In
Yeah.
there, too.
Oh, dude, that sounds good.
Yeah, no, I like a little spice
down.
in there. Oh, now you guys got me hungry talking about this barbecue.
Well, okay. Sorry. No. You go.
Yeah, I already know where you're going to go with this. So after we get done eating our delicious barbecue meal together, we're going to go out for some ice cream.
Yeah. So our pals at CityCast Denver, which is one of my favorite local shows, they do amazing work. That's more news than we are news-ish.
Uh-huh.
But they also do a lot of culture and stuff. They're asking where is the best ice cream in the city, which fun question. And I mean that's assuming you're not lactose intolerant or vegan or something. Although there's good vegan ice cream. I've had vegan ice cream before.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, like if you do it right, it's great.
Yep.
But where are the best places to get ice cream in the city? Do you guys have some spots picked?
So I do have a couple spots picked, but I also have some questions. So like, does frozen yogurt count as ice cream?
If you want it to, sure.
You know, like could you?
So we're just going to go frozen desserts in general?
Okay, so here's my deal. There was a whole thing on the internet for years. Is such thing a member of
This
such
thing.
category?
Yeah.
Right? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Is cereal soup? I don't give a fuck, right? Okay, like I just say yes to all this because I'm
Okay.
not interested in the debate. If
Yeah.
you want to do frozen yogurt, do it. If you want to be like, this is where I get ice cream sandwiches, fucking do it.
Okay.
Just where's your favorite place to get your frozen treats?
No, I was just curious on that, but I actually did pick out it's Sweet Cooey's Ice Cream and Confectionery, and that is off of University. Really good spot. It's always popping during the summer. There's so many delicious places. If I gotta pick my favorite type of ice cream, though, for sure it's gonna be cookies and cream or mint chocolate chip, or even the strawberry strawberry cheesecake. I mean, there's too many.
Art's very excited over there.
He loves ice cream, and we learned that he has monstrous opinion about candy last Halloween.
Oh,
so
Christ, yeah.
there is that as well. But
Jesus.
so outside of like your typical places, your Cold Stones, Baskin Robbins, like we're not doing that. So I went to a place out in Littleton called McGill's, and it was really good. I mean, they had the classic style because I grew up in the ice cream capital of the world, which is New England, and our
Is that the ice cream? Really? Why?
Well, because you have so many dairy farms there. You look at Vermont.
Oh, shit, that makes
Ben
sense.
and Jerry's, came out of
Oh,
that
yeah,
area.
okay.
And Ben and Jerry's is still good ice cream, but I grew up a soft serve guy. I love a chocolate vanilla twist, classic in a wafer
Oh, wow,
cone.
yeah.
And this place actually was able to replicate that a little bit.
That's not really in vogue either. Like that's not
it's
most.
nothing fancy.
Well, and it's not super common anymore.
You
It's
go to
not that
Jason's
common.
Deli, I'm gonna eat like fucking 7 of those.
Jason's Deli, man. Wow, another brand from the past I haven't thought of in a while. Holy shit.
What
Like-
you got, John?
Okay, so near my house is Nugs. I go
5
there.
blocks?
Yeah, probably 5
5 blocks away.
5 blocks away. So my girls love to go to Nugs, and Nugs, which is very timely given that we just celebrated the parade.
Let's go.
They have great flavors. I like things with peanut butter in them. So but Art, like you, my heart is with cookies and cream.
Oh,
like it's just
Good choice.
I mean,
What is up with
the
that?
Oreo is just such a good. It was so beautifully expressed in ice cream.
What's good with that? Why is it
So
so good?
it's just amazing.
And even the cookie, like it gets soft on the outside, but the core
Yeah.
of the cookie stays crunchy, even when it's been sitting in the ice cream.
Yeah, it's really something special. I got friends coming into town next week. They own an ice cream shop in North Carolina, and they do some weird flavors. They'll do like blueberry kale and stuff, which is pretty wild.
Blueberry kale.
Yeah, but there's another shop in, I want to say it's either in Congress Park or Cap Hill, but it's called Ice Cream Riot, and they do some of those weird flavors too.
Yeah.
So like they have a goldfish cracker ice cream.
Are you guys a fan of the green tea ice cream?
I've had that. It's good. Yeah, it's refreshing.
It depends, like who did it. Like,
of course.
it could be really good.
But I do not do mint chocolate chip.
No,
because I had a dental hygienist that always cleaned my teeth using mint chocolate flavor, and I grew to hate that.
Yeah, that'll do it. I mean,
Yeah, that'll just ruin you.
yeah. When you're
So-
trying to combine something that's fun, which is ice cream, with something that's not fun, which is anything sort of dental related, that's definitely going to ruin it. I think.
Yes, anything dental related, not a flavor fan.
Yeah, not a flavor fan. Absolutely not. But after we get done eating all this barbecue and eating all this ice cream, we're going to walk these calories off, guys.
Yes.
We're going to have to walk them off. So
Time to go for a hike.
let's go for a hike. That's the right thing to do around these parts. Art, you found some easy hikes here in the front
And
range.
Look, even if you're not going for a hike after you eat, moving your body after a meal is one of the best things you could possibly do for yourself. I highly recommend taking a quick 5 to 10 minute walk after you consume a lot of calories. So that being said, look, it's the time of the year. Everyone's enjoying the outdoors. We're getting out there. Please go down to the show notes. Check out all the links to all these epic articles. But also within this section that I'm covering right here, they cover really great hikes, beginner hikes in the Denver metro area that are categorized from like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that way you can take a look at all of them. But one of my favorite places to hike is a little south of Denver, and it's Roxborough. Such a cool place. There's red rocks out there. There's like 5 different trails and loops that you can take. They vary in difficulty. I love getting outdoors. Some of my favorite moments in Roxborough was actually when like a light rainstorm came in one time.
That sounds lovely.
So you get all these things and experiences when you go outside. Just bring some water with you, of course. But to the two of you, are there any trails or favorite outdoor activities that you're looking forward to this summer? It doesn't necessarily have to be hiking, but like getting outdoors in general. Let's just kind of talk about that.
I want to defer to our colleague on Mile High Life, Kip Wilson, who also does not enjoy hiking. He said you're basically just staring at your feet until you get to the top and you go, okay, can we smoke this J and go home? So, I mean, he's stoned appetite, right?
Yeah.
So hiking, not really my jam, but it is fun being outside. My wife and I are talking about taking the girls down to the sand dunes, checking that out.
Oh, that's such an experience.
Yeah,
Down
I've been there before.
I went when I was a kid really quick, and I was like very young, and my brother and I, we both saw something creeping around in the sand. It was probably like a lizard or something.
Cool.
And it was creeping around, and it like had us all like flabbergasted. I'll always remember that, and that was over 20 years ago. So I guarantee you bring your daughters there.
Yeah.
It's going to be core memories.
So my wife is doing a bike race up in the mountains, so we'll be up in Breckenridge, I think, later this summer. I mean, we'll do our best to get out there. They're kids, man. We got a packed summer. We'll do what we can.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, Colorado has some incredible trails. I mean, still to this day, one of my favorites is St. Mary's Glacier. Mm-hmm. It's become so common and popular to hike there now because it is only a 45-minute jaunt up the hill. Oh yeah, when we first started going up there, it was quiet. Now it's packed. But that's a really close, fun hike, especially if you want to take it all the way to the top of James Peak. I like doing the Flatiron Trails just south of Boulder there, kind of in the El Dorado area. Mm-hmm. Those are some easy, fun hikes if you're just looking to get out there and move around a little bit. So that would be my choice.
I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, go stretch your legs. And also just being out in nature has a lot of positive attractor fields. It's healing. And the more that you could get outdoors and be around plants and natural air,
well, as opposed to the recycled air in which we exist here as we record this.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
I get it.
The natural air, and sometimes we got to turn the sip cup to drink.
Yeah.
The sip hole.
Sip hole.
The sip hole.
The sip cup.
The sip hole.
Yeah. If you're a first-time listener to Happy Friday, there's a lot of one-liners that are going to come out of this program. So, all right, guys, it's the weekend time. Let's go have some fun. Maybe do some hiking. What you guys got going on?
So first thing, I'd like to give a shout out to Juneteenth, which is Monday. It's a federal holiday, became a federal holiday in 2021, which was way past due. But Happy Friday, we recommend, or we recognize that the fight for equality is never over, and we're happy to contribute to that. So basically, let's fight for equality for all of us. Celebrate Juneteenth, which recognizes the freeing of slaves in this country. It's a big deal, and it's long past due. So we're happy to pay it at least a minimal amount of love here, the best we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, John. That's good stuff for sure, because that's coming up here. So it's Friday, guys. If you're looking for something to do tonight, we got the Frickashinas. The Frickashinas are playing at the East Vax Tap. I've never been there.
Yeah, I've been there. It's nice.
You going to be there tonight?
I'm going to do my best, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in the same boat because I'm going to be watching the new Grand Tour. Art's coming over for the watch party. We're having a little thing, Grand Tour, Amazon Prime, big show that drops today. Looking forward to that. But we also have Father's Day this weekend.
That's right.
Father's Day is coming up. Let's all take a moment to celebrate our fathers. And, I hate to kind of go there, but, if they weren't present in your life, then let's celebrate the other father figures that have stepped into our lives and, kind of like a bigger brother to us, and a mentor. And also super excited for this weekend. Kevin and I got invited from the Discussion Combustion podcast to go on another fellow Mile High Lifer, another Mile High Life podcast, Left Hand Right Brain with JD Lopez. He's so awesome.
Great dude.
Yeah, he's made some major upgrades to his studio recently, and we're super stoked for that. We're going to go check that out and be featured on his episode.
Well, so let me say a bit here, Art, about Father's Day, which is, let's say you have a shitty relationship with your father. I'm fortunate enough. I have a great relationship with I love my dad. My dad's still around. I feel incredibly blessed for that. But if you didn't have a good relationship, man, and you're thriving and you're doing well, give yourself a pat on the back for fucking persevering.
Yes.
And for overcoming that obstacle.
I like that.
For me, I mean, I mentioned this for the Nuggets thing. I realized I didn't want to be anywhere else except watch the Nuggets clinch with my two girls and my wife. So I didn't want to just have kids for the sake of having kids. I wanted to have kids with Kristen. So literally, the fact that we're having kids together is one of the best things that happened in my life. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for making me a dad.
Day, John.
I fucking love you.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, John, because you're the only father in this room right now.
That's true.
Happy Father's Day,
Thank
John.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Father's Day, John, for sure. Hope you enjoy your time with your kids. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Thanks for all the support that you've shown me over all the years, and happy Father's Day to Captain Lee, Art's dad. So, man, good weekend coming up. We're going to go do some horse racing on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. So it's time to shut her down, guys. Appreciate all your support around these parts here at Happy Friday. Be sure to check out all the podcasts on the Mile High Life Network. And, of course, get in touch with us. Social media platforms across the board at Happy Friday Den. Send us an email, happyfridaydenver@gmail.com. If you want to interact with the show, give us a segment idea, kind of give us some of your feedback, or just respond to some of the questions that we have throughout the program. So it's time to shut her down, boys. Happy Friday, Denver. Hit it, Justin.